I feel like I can't be as animated as I want to be with my real face. Nah. Anyway, can do nothing left to hide while hiding your face. Makes sense, right? Sounds like Negro Spirituals, right? Every time you hear Lecrae on a Negro Spiritual type beat, you should know he's about to get some stuff off his chest. And yeah, I think for just the whole Negro Spirituals concept is, I've been watching a lot of Black American slave story movies. So Birth of a Nation, Selma, 12 Years a Slave, Django Unchained, Roots, and all that stuff. So just thinking about everything that blacks in America went through, all the hardships they went through, the fact that they had Negro spirituals, like songs to like uplift themselves and each other, is powerful.
I got too much to say, but haven't said enough. I call the music business bluff. I ain't famous enough. Who cares if they think I'm safe enough? Race is sufficient.
My blood don't give enough. Yeah. Who cares if they think I'm saved enough? I think that's coming from, every time Lecrae did an interview, people would always say, he's not a Christian anymore. He should have said this. He should have said that. Especially like when he went on the Breakfast Club. And sometimes even I watched some of his interviews and thought, if I was him, I would have said this and that. But I think it's easy to look at an interview and say, you should have said this. It's probably different when you're in the interview and not on the outside looking in. So, yeah. And also people said he wasn't Christian enough because he wasn't mentioning the name Jesus or Christ in his music enough. So...
They be tripping when they see a Christian, like we over religious and trying to bring conviction. They be waking up without a oversight. I turn to Christ on
my darkest days.
I ain't homophobic or anti-Semitic, so give me low credit.
Yeah, like, where do you turn to on your darkest days? Because everybody has them. Life is going to come at you at some point. So what do you turn to on your dark days or on your dark nights? Is it the money? Is it your status? Is it your car? What do you turn to? What can hold the weight of all your problems? Interesting question.
Give me edits. People see my faith in the cross as a loss, but I can see me dying being superstitious. Yeah, and I ain't the picture of perfection. I lost my direction. I was smoking and drinking.
Yeah. I mean, on one of his Breakfast Club interviews, he said he wasn't opposed to drinking. And one time on his Instagram, I don't know if it's his Instagram or somebody else's, him, Tadashi, BJ, a bunch of others went to some island and they had Cuban cigars in their hands. I mean, propaganda has put up a picture of him and his wife with Cuban cigars. And people have always questioned, like, what is going on? So, I mean, he was smoking and drinking.
But I ain't forgot the resurrection. Only source of hope for a man in my position.
Even through all that, he didn't forget the resurrection. Now, if we're being real, if you call yourself a Christian, some days you're not supposed to do certain things, but you still do them because you want to. But even when you do that, though, even if you decide to purposely go astray, I mean, it's pretty hard to forget. It goes back to that whole spirit interfering thing, because it will not let you enjoy things that are bad for you in peace. Like, your conscience will bother you. So, can't forget it.
faith. You just living life, taking up space. I can't see me living for nothing at all.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people on Twitter say they don't believe in God. They don't believe in anything. They believe in us humans. What we decide is our purpose. And I don't know, man. I cannot imagine like waking up one day and just saying, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna leave all my beliefs to the side. I don't believe in anything. I don't believe there's a God. I don't believe there's a heaven. I don't believe there's a hell. Yeah, but even if you do that though, what then? What becomes the purpose of your life? Like, why are you here? You know?
Ain't no God, what's the point of each day? What's the purpose of us waking up? We just some cells on a cell phone. Just a bunch of atoms hanging in the attic. Just the molecules in the mailroom.
Nah.
I know I got purpose, I know I got passion. He purchased the package, I'm on a home team.
Speaking of passion, I think it's not a coincidence that you're passionate about the things that you're passionate about. It's not by chance that certain things come easy to you. You find certain things easy. Whatever things you're good at, like, there is a reason for that. It's not just, oh, the world blew up one day, the Big Bang Theory, and now person X they can sing, or they're good at drawing, they're a good photographer, they're good at sports, they're good at music. That stuff is not random. It's for a purpose. But we usually don't like sit and ask like, okay, what am I good at? What comes natural to me, you know?
Never good enough to get the love of Christ, but he good enough to get the love of me. I tried running from him, but his love tracked me down like a hound. Ain't no other way around it.
Yeah, I tried to run away from him, but his love tracked me down like a hound. Reminds me of Trip Lee on No One Greater by Derek Minor. He said that God's spirit is like a holy hound dog, that if God sends him out for you, he's gonna find you. And it doesn't matter who you are and what stage of life you're at. If God decides he wants to use you, he comes for you. I mean, Nebuchadnezzar, Paul. I mean, Paul was persecuting Christians, and then he himself turned out to be a Christian. Paul's story is crazy. Like, for real, if you really like think about it. So throughout history, I mean, MC Jin, who was part of the Rough Riders, DMX, Chance the Rapper, Kanye West. I mean, and remember how Kanye was rapping all about, Kanye used to rap about, like, he used to put himself on the same level as God, called himself Jesus and all that stuff. And look at how things changed for him. It's man.
You either choose love or you choose death. I chose to let the love of God drown me.
I've been up all night, no running from it, trying to make it right, 'cause I've been up too high. Trying to make it all right now. I just need some time. No running from it, trying to make it right. Nothing up too high, nothing up too high.
Now maybe it's the end of a long run. Can't believe they let us make it this far. If you ask me how I did it, I'd be lying to you if I gave you any other answer but God.
And I ain't deserve a day.
Matter of fact, I miss a lot of plays.
A lot.
Matter of fact, I dropped the ball way too many times and they still wondering how we won the game. Affairs, drugs, divorce, addiction. Those are things you mention and you come a missing. Well, tell me what's the mission if it ain't forgiveness? Only two responses to sin, forgive and repentance.
If somebody sins, only two responses: repentance and forgiveness.
But we love to beat each other up.
We do.
Instead of praying and working to heal each other, huh?
We really do, though. We, like, when somebody messes up, instead of like coming to them and offering them like a shoulder to lean on, or comfort and hope, make them feel like they're not alone, we point out that they messed up and all that stuff. We really do, though. And then when that person passes away, it's, oh no, there was such a nice person. Oh no, let us love each other while we're here. Let us give each other our flowers. And then 3 days later, we're back to the same stuff. So I thought him saying that was interesting. And actually, I thought he was speaking. I thought of it in general at first, and then he started saying certain things, and I was like, wait a minute, is he talking about so and so?
Finger pointing at nobody, but
If the shoe fits,
go ahead, wear it, bruh.
I thought, is he talking about Shailene? Because Shailene did publicly, put out that song, Random Thoughts 3. And I was like, is he talking about Shailene? Because he's talked about Shailene once, not during the whole debacle, but after a while. He said, what did he say? Anyway, it doesn't matter what he said, but I thought about it. But while listening to Restoration, though, he, like on songs like Self-Discovery and Only Human, Over the Top, he talks about how he was chasing applause and fame and all that stuff. It made me wonder to say, so were Ajna Flame and Shailene and everybody else who was saying he just wants to be famous, were they right? Like, would he think that they were right? Because he's admitted a bunch of stuff. So I wonder, like, were those people right though? But even if they're right, I think there are ways to go about telling people that, you may not be going down the right path, because we sometimes come off, I don't even know how to say it, but I'm sure you get what I mean. The way you say it matters. Like your heart, when you're telling somebody that, I think maybe you're going down the wrong road. Like, it matters how you tell people these things. Blasting them on social media is not the way to go about it. So